Today I'm doing stuff with Dylan. I'm going to be putting a transfer case in this 2016 Chrysler 200S. Done a few of these, I think, but they're not real easy. I didn't see a lot of information online. I normally try to post the easiest way to do stuff. This one I'm not so sure. I mean, this is the way I did it. I'm not sure if it was the easiest way or not. It took me about 4 hours. It only calls for 3. I was videotaping, so that takes a little bit of time, but I just wanted to let you guys know this is not necessarily the easiest way, but this is how I got it out. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you found it helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. The other side is an E14. Persistence paid off. You can do it by yourself. That's not good on the air hammer. It's all right. We got through it. Air hammered that axle off just by tapping right here. Now I'm going to start working on this bracket. There's some 10s, go straight into the transfer case right there, and then there's 13s and then on the top and the bottom. And then there's this little exhaust bracket. I'm going to take it off as well. That's my next step. I'm going to go ahead and take this off now. It's a 13. Sometimes you're better off just to leave your tool on there instead of trying to reposition another tool on there. Probably better off just pull this damn bolt out with the tool I got on there. Alright, got that one out. Leave that on there maybe. That's what I'm going to try to do. Try to leave that on there. Crack this bolt loose while I'm here. I didn't get on camera, but I just removed these 3 10s. I used my air ratchet through there. Sorry I didn't catch it. And now I'm going to work on those 13s on the top of that bracket. Alright, I'm going to use a ratchet because of that thing that's in the way. Dodge has the best engineers. Hope you can see what I did there. This is my small 3/8 ratchet. Try to get it out with my fingers. The rest of the way I'm just taking it out with my fingers. It's hard to show you, but I'm just unscrewing that one of those top. There it is, come out of this bracket here. There's one more in there. Okay, I just got that last transfer case bolt out. I used my small ratchet 3/8 of the 13 to start it, and once I got it out pretty far, I was able to wiggle it out with my fingers. There's one more 10 that holds the bracket to the transfer case. I'm going to take it out now. Now I'm pretty sure if I hold my mouth right, I can get this bracket out. I'm not positive. I fucking hate Dodges, man. It's going to take me a long ass pry bar to pry this exhaust back. So I can wiggle that out. I hope you saw that. I should be able to get this damn bracket out of here. Right through there. Alright, that's done. Real good. I was able to use my hand and just wiggle it back and forth and got it to come off of there. Fill up my milk crate, kind of hurt. Now I'm going to use my forked pry tool to push the vent off the top of the T case. Right here you can see the vent. The vent pushed off of this. I've been able to get away with just taking the two carrier bearings down and taking the shaft off that way, but I don't want to overstress any of these joints. So I'm just gonna take this loose, take both the carrier bearings down, and take the whole shaft out. Then my drive shaft will pop right off of the transfer case. So that's what I'm gonna do. These look like they're T45s. So you can see my setup here. I got a 1/2-inch gun, reducer, a wobble socket, my T45. I just work my way around. Alrighty, those are all loose. I can take my air hammer. I want to use care. I don't want to use my air hammer where the bolts are. I want to be in between the bolts, and I don't want to go crazy because I don't want to damage that. This is a little tap-tap-a-roo. And you can rotate it a little and do the other side. Now I can take my carrier bearings off and it'll come right out of there. Alright, grab one of my straps, find something to hook it to. So the shaft doesn't hang too low. That'll work. And now I'm going to go to the front. I'm just going to air hammer that off the front, just like I did the axle. I can just let that hang out up there. There's no reason to take it all the way out. I got my strap holding it in, and I can work on getting my transfer case bolts off. I've got 4 of them. One of them's right there. It's a 13 millimeter. That'll be the first one I take out with a wrench, or I can get an air ratchet. I'll probably break it. I'm gonna break it free with my wrench, and then I'm gonna put an air ratchet right over this exhaust here. All right, time to try to get this thing out without pulling any exhaust. I just don't want to mess with it if I can help it. All right. Got one out. Now I'm going to start working on those 3 bolts there. It's going to be hard to get it on video because, I mean, it's just hard to get it on video, you know? I'm going to just put the camera back here and show you what I do. All right, guys. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fish this extension with these 13s up over the top and get it put on those bolts. I can see the bolt from down here, the bottom one. All right, I got my extension put on there pretty good. It's in an awkward spot. Filming's not easy. Filming is not the easiest thing to do, guys. All right, I don't know if you can see my extension up in there, but I'm gonna try to get that on there. You guys will be able to see my setup if I can ever get it out of there. That's it. I got the bottom, the top bottom bolt out of there. I'm going to use my magnet, fish it out so I don't lose it. There it is, right there. I'm going to work on the next one up. It's harder to see. But I can see it from down here. And I got my extensions put on there. Just like that. Same setup as before. I could probably use a impact if I wanted. Alright, I got that one out. The socket's still up there, that's okay. It fell down to here. Oh, missed it. I'm using my magnet again to try to fish this bolt out so I don't lose it. Now I got my top one. It's the hardest to see, probably the easiest to get on. And now's the moment of truth where you guys need to wish me luck. Because I don't want to take the subframe out. I don't want to take the exhaust off. I really don't. So I'm going to try to take this last bolt out. I couldn't see the top one, but I had an idea where it was, and I was able to just put my same setup on there. Hope you guys can see okay. I feel like I need to get out a little further or use a different tool. I think it'll be easier just to swap out to my 1/2-inch impact. Last bolt's out. Wish me luck, guys. You guys got a pretty decent view. This is the piece I'm going after. Pretty sure I got all the bolts out of it. I'm gonna try to leave this shield on and everything. So I really think there's no way I'm getting this out without at least loosening this pipe here. I wonder what you guys think, if I should try to pull it without taking that pipe off or not. I mean, there's only 2 bolts there and 1 bolt here. And it'll be pretty loose because this flex pipe. I'm just taking the bolts loose. 13. Glad I didn't think about that too hard, because that's pretty easy. It's about to pop off of there. Alright, when in doubt, pry it out. When in doubt, pry it out. Boom, just like that. Look at that. That's out of my way now. I don't have to worry. Bucket. You need a bucket. If I don't get a bucket, it'll definitely leak. All right. Not quite clearing. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do yet, guys. I'm starting to think I'm going to have to take the shield off. That might help. I'm going to stop thinking about it and just take the shield off. I think it'll help. It ain't going to hurt. $10, $13, $10. And there's a 10 on the top. Fucking hate Dodges, man. Hate it. A little bit better engineering and this thing would already be out. Came out pretty much in one piece without bending it too much, too. All right, let's try this again. Wish me luck once again. I do not want to pull that rear cat. Looks like I'm not going to have a choice. I think that rear cat's gonna have to come loose, guys. Here I am on the top of this Chrysler. I'm gonna try to take the top exhaust catalytic converter bolts. I'm going to reach my hand down here with my 10mm wrench and take the top 2 bolts out, and then I'm going to see if the cat will come loose that way, because I can't get the T-case out with the cat in the way. So it's hard to get on video, but I'm just taking my gear wrench and I'm going down the back, taking the top 2 10mm bolts off the back of the head where the exhaust catalytic converter manifold bolts to the back of the motor. Alright, I'm getting my long wrench. I'm not fighting this shit. Still fighting. I have to just get my ratchet out. Yeah, I'm trying to put my ratchet in there with a black tin on it. I'm having trouble getting anything else on it. this one, get it loose, and then put something easier to manipulate down there. Guys, I got the top 2 bolts out of that damn catalytic converter. Now I'm going to try to take that 13 out right there where my shadow is. And then hopefully I can wiggle that up out of my way. I ended up having to torch that nut off there because I couldn't get the socket on it. It is what it is. But now I think I can wiggle this converter off of the bottom little clamp deal. I should be able to get it up out of my way enough where I can get that transfer case out, I'm hoping. So I'm gonna try to put the camera over here so you can see. I got the converter loose. All right. Finally making some progress. All right, I'm pretty sure now that I got the converter loose where it'll slide over out of my way a little, I should be able to get this transfer off. Yep. All right, it's always something. Ain't just gonna fall out, I'm sure. Oh, water, just water dripping on my head. No big deal. I'm gonna try to pry this thing out of here some sort of way. Loosen this rear mount bracket on the way in because this is coming out pretty tight. Alright. Yeah, it'll definitely help. But as you can see, I'm getting it out. I'm all by myself today, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna take this through bolt off here. Get this damn thing out of here first. Okay, I got it out. Woo. All right, guys, I wanted to show you what's going on up there with that manifold. So I took the top 2 bolts out. You don't have to take the bottom 2 out. You just gotta push it up and that flange will come undone. See how it wiggles in there, wiggles out? That's all you gotta do, okay? That flange comes out. You just gotta take the top 2 bolts off. There's the nut I had to torch off. Torched it off and then use my air hammer. I'm gonna try to put a through nut and bolt in there if I can. I had quite a bit of trouble prying it out through this gap, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this 21, it looks like, so the motor can go forward. I'm probably going to stick something in here to hold the motor forward. It should give me a lot more room and clearance to get the transfer case back in, because I can't really pry it in because I don't have gravity working with me. So I'll show you me going back in with it next. Not the way I wanted it to go, but that's okay. I can force it to go the other way. There we go. That should be enough room just by sticking that pry bar in there. All right, let's go for it. Hopefully it goes a lot smoother than it came out. I'm trying, guys. Shit ain't easy all by yourself. difference. And make sure your connector ain't stuck back there like mine was. Got it in. That was easy. Yeah, right. Whew. Before I do much else, I'm gonna get all these bolts in and tight. And then I can put my exhaust cap back on. Before you get too far, don't forget to plug it in. I have to do that stuff pretty early so you don't forget. Snapped it. And then stick your vent hose back on. Vent hose is back on. Now I can try to work on getting that cat. Pretty sure. Kind of starting to think I might as well put this bracket on first, because it'll be easier to get to those top two bolts. So that's what I'm going to do. The long bolt here goes on the bottom, the two on the top. You got two of these on the top. There's 4 10s that go in the front of it. Brackets in. Pretty sure there shouldn't be any reason we can't put this cat back on, so that's what I'm going to do next. Gotta push it up and get it to slide back down in that. Okay. It's not it. We're going to pull down. And we're going to try to get the bolts started up there. I'm not going to be able to get that on video. I'm going to use my short 10mm gear wrench. Alright guys, one of the keys to putting axles together smoothly is to put quite a bit of grease on these little clips. It really makes a big difference. Put quite a bit of grease on there. It'll go in there a lot easier that way. Boom, right in there. Bring it up. Line started there. Boom. Ball joints together. All right. think all I've got left is the drive shaft, guys. Same thing on that. I'm gonna put a lot of grease on that transfer output shaft. Got done with this transfer case on this 2016 Chrysler 200S. It really kicked my ass, I'm not gonna lie. I try to post the easiest way to do stuff. This might not have been that, so I'm just letting you know. I appreciate everybody who watches. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. If you want more content like this, I'm gonna stick a couple videos up over here. Check those out, I'd appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. That's the easiest way to support my channel. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. On to the next one.